The next one is by... I'm not looking. Okay, I'm looking. No, I'm not looking. Next one is by...
Lost the connection to your heartbeat. You ran away 'cause it got too deep.
Hey guys, this morning no coffee, soup for breakfast, and today I'm not going to the studio. I'm not sick or so, I just can't work there. There are constructions going on right next to it and it's way too loud. It already started yesterday and today is the peak of the construction. So there is no sense in sitting there and getting really annoyed by all of the noise. I'm almost done taking care of emails and I just thought about the last time that I've been sick, and that's actually more than a year ago, before I even started with the vlog. And it's probably just because I'm sitting 90% of my time alone in front of a computer in my studio. The time where I used to go to Cologne to the university and I had to take the train every day, I've been every 2 weeks sick. There's just no other way. If you sit with so many people for 30 minutes in kind of one room, you just get immediately sick. Now it's time to return the other camera. I didn't have the time yesterday to explain why I bought two of them, so one of them is of course going back. I bought the first one in a rush because I had another camera that was really bad and maxed out my credit card. Now I'm giving it back so I don't have to pay the interest for the credit card anymore, and bought the new one at a store where you can just pay over a certain amount of time without any interest. And it was even 100 euros cheaper, and the kit lens was provided with it and an insurance that I definitely need for the camera. Additionally to that, I'm getting also the cashback from Canon that I'm only able to use in this month right before Christmas. So I'm saving almost 200 euros and no interest. So this was really the right thing to do, and this is now going back. Did you see that crazy line? You can really tell that it's almost Christmas. Luckily I found a guy outside with a truck, and you can also give him the package if it's already paid, so I saved at least an hour. Now back to business stuff. I think for today I would just do another edition of track submits. I have nothing else to show you today, and I got a lot of new tracks that are probably super good, so let's just listen to some of them. First track I'm not picking randomly, I'm just picking the last one that I received, and the last one is actually from yesterday from ACG. Yes, ACG, also called Burping Cat here on YouTube. He's 16 years old, produced this already for 6 months. He wants some general feedback and wants to know if it's good enough and if I can suggest him a label. So yeah, this track is a bit different, a bit more experimental. The normal mixing doesn't really apply to it that you usually have in club tracks with a really fat kick. This here is more about like having small sub basses in the low end. I really like it. I just think some of the lower sounds right around 300 Hz are a little bit too loud, but the rest is totally fine. I just think that the arrangement could be a bit more exciting. The track is 4 minutes 30 long, and there is not enough stuff happening to make it really interesting throughout the entire time. So try to automate a bit more, try to maybe layer sounds, maybe redo the arrangement, have more build-ups and breakdowns, maybe even more elements, because for an experimental track you could definitely get away having like 2 or 3 normal tracks and the themes of them in one track and just make it change a bit more. But other than that, it's all totally fine, so just keep on going. Before I do the next track, I have to inform you I just got a message from my management that my Rising track has reached the top 40 in France for, I think, the viral charts, which is really amazing. That's the first time one of my tracks is in any of the bigger Spotify charts. That's a big step, and the track was not even a week ago released. So let's see what else will happen, and thanks a lot to all of you for the support. This one is by Jibe. That's short for John Baptiste. He's from French. No, it's French. He's from Switzerland. He produces now for 3 months, 25 years old, still a student, and not reading the rest. So let's just jump right into his track. For just 3 months, a really nice track. It goes a bit into the progressive house direction. I think there's just one really big thing. If you change it, it will help you a lot to mix your tracks, and that is lowering the low end. There's just way too much sub bass on this track, at least 5 dB. And this is kind of eating away everything else in the track. It's way harder to mix, you have way less space. This will also open up the stereo image a bit. The track is very mono, but probably just because there is so much low stuff in it and it's all mono, which is also good to keep the low end mono. But to have the rest a bit more open, you really need to lower the sub bass and then just go from there. I'm almost all done with the business stuff. It's now dinner time. I also, by the way, just read on Facebook that there is a new app called Orpheum. It's kind of like SoundCloud, but they're paying 80% to the artist, and you can even buy the tracks of the artist that you like and support them. So in theory, this seems to be a really cool platform, but right now there are just not enough people really using it, and a platform like this only works when you have a lot of people participating. I will put a link down below where you can check it out. Maybe it's something that is interesting for you as an independent artist. Still not really sure what to make for dinner. Vanessa is not here. She's working until very, very late tonight. She has to organize party for her work, something like that. I'm not really sure, but I might check it out later. Can't really decide. Okay, all done with dinner. Let's do another track submit. But track is not available anymore on SoundCloud, so we will never know what it sounds like. Let's just choose another one, but this time I will check before I read the email if the link is even working. The next track is by Caliber. It's called Dream World, and just from the cover I'm guessing that it's psytrance or progressive house music. A super cool track. I like the mixing, it's very balanced. Maybe the breaks are a little bit boring, there could be more stuff happening, but if this track would get vocals for the breaks, it would be just perfect as it is. So maybe try to search for somebody that could sing on top of it, if that's the style you're going for. Mixing, as I said, good, nothing to complain. It's probably a matter just of doing this all over and all over again to get it a little bit better. Even the sounds sound separated and nice. The sound design could improve maybe a little bit, but that's also something that will eventually just happen. And I really love the style of the track. It's really psytrance, progressive house combined with a bit of dubstep, you know, those little chopped up kind of things that were going on right after the break. I really love it. It's a really good combination of styles, and he kind of made them work all together. I've selected the next one. All 3 tracks that he sent me are not available anymore on SoundCloud, so another one. Okay, I found another one that is still available on the internet. It's by XD, I don't know. But the track name is also something I don't know how to pronounce. Fable? I don't know. He is 17 years old, from Stockholm. He has been producing for 6 years. And yeah, wants some general feedback. So let's listen to it. The track is really good, the mixing is right on point, you can clearly hear the kick, the bass, everything is really nicely separated. Musically it's a good club track, the pitched vocal stuff, the synthi sounds, everything is good. This track is definitely ready for the release, and it's also definitely the winner of today, so I will put the link to this track down below. Go and check out the full version, support the artist. I think the only thing that this track needs is mastering. So just send it to somebody to master it. It could use a little bit more of loudness just to make it equally as loud as other EDM tracks. But that's usually the task of the label when the track is getting released, so don't worry too much about it. So as you can see, it plays a big role how many years you're producing. Usually when you start out, it takes you maybe a year to learn the program and make your first track, maybe even half a year if you spend a lot of time with it. But then the more time you spend on it, the less you will progress, the less fast. So getting like the last 10 or 5% could take you almost as long as all the other percent that came before that. You know what I mean, it's basically just diminishing returns as it is with almost everything in life. It's now already 10, I'm all done with the boring business stuff. I really hate these days where I'm just doing business things, but today I didn't have another chance. I got to prepare a bit more also for the remix contest and also for the Christmas giveaway that will take place tomorrow. I'm not sure if I should already tell you the price. It's a really good price. I just thought a lot and I was thinking what would be the one thing that would have helped me the most 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years ago when I started to make music. And that's exactly what I will give away tomorrow to one of you. More on that topic tomorrow. Now it's time to just change clothes and get ready. Tonight is Vanessa's Christmas party thing. She asked me a million times to go there. I will leave the camera here, but if you're interested what will happen there, I will probably use Snapchat or Instagram stories. Still not sure which one of the two. That's usually what I do when I don't take the camera with me. So every time I'm standing here and I'm saying I'm going to a party, there is a chance that I'm filming that and putting that onto either Instagram or Snapchat. So yeah, that's probably just it. Okay, quick change of plans. Mario Go was just released, so probably just staying here. Again, change of plans. I'm heading out to the party. I played the first levels that are for free. then you have to pay 10 bucks, and I'm not sure if it's worth it. The game seems very easy and I don't really have the time to play it.